Yo guys, so this is my attempt to talk some people into buying the Kerbal Space Program. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm actually going to create a brand new ship and show you what you have to do to get into space, as well as, you know, try to sell this. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so the first thing we have to do is actually build the spaceship, and you have to select what type of capsule you want to keep your crew in. So for right now, I'm going to go ahead and build a quick little demo ship just to kind of show you how the whole system works. So you have this hangar filled with Kerbals, and you actually have to construct a spaceship. Whoa. I thought I had that turned down a lot more than I did. So let's go ahead and construct a real quick one just so you can kind of see how the system works. As you can see, you have capsule. Capsules need rockets. These top ones right here are fuel. I have yet to even figure out how to get the FLT-32 off the ground. So right now, let's go ahead and use the one I know and love right here. Alright, simple little spaceship. Just to show you how the whole system works. Add some more decals here. Oh, and you can attach parachutes, ladders, gears, everything. Just tons of just everything. I want to put wings on this thing just so I can control it a little bit right before I crash it into the ground. Oh, and right here, this is pretty awesome. This thing lets you select the symmetry of how everything lines up. So I got like a little missile thing here. So all you can see I have wings, capsule, parachute, fuel, rockets. So let's shoot this thing off into space and see how far it can go. Now, so this is a space simulator, meaning that it actually simulates what it'd be like to launch something in space. What we have over here is some of the debris from my earlier attempts. A lot of the debris from my earlier attempts. It's actually kind of a pain just to get out of orbit. As you can see here, this is the universal map. Currently, you can try to go to the moon, or Mun, as they call it, or you can actually go to Mars, or Minimus. I am desperately trying to get to the moon, and I have no idea. The best I've ever done is create a full orbit, and I've had many failed orbits. But to be honest, to do something like that, you're going to need... Oh, I don't have an SAS system. You're going to need to actually lift off this planet. There's a capsule. That's just great. Okay, so to do that, you have your flight controls. As you can see down here, I'm actually controlling the roll of the spaceship. I have a throttle, so I can control how much gasoline goes into the engine. Yaw, pitch, you know, all those fun things. Let's go ahead and just create a simple launch, because I know that's what you're waiting for. I don't know how I'm using SAS, but I have SAS on. SAS is a stability management. It kind of locks it in position of where I want it to go. Alright, single fuel, single capsule. Getting some pretty good space. Oh, there we go. I'm falling a little bit off course. It's actually really easy to fly. I'm just a terrible pilot. Ah, it's over. No! Anywho, that, as you can see, shows it's a little bit more complicated than you're probably thinking it was. Okay, deploy parachute. Parachute. Now, in the demo of the game, to deploy the parachute, it was really, really easy. All you had to do was push spacebar, and it was a whole new stage. The full version of the game, I just don't know. Let's go to have this guy jump out. Just because I'm a cruel, terrible human being, and I thought he would do a better job of holding on to that. Okay, so there goes my shuttle. Somehow I am falling much, much, much faster than it. Really intimidating wind sounds. Come on, little Kerbal. Come on, you can do it, buddy. Man, that thing is hauling weight. It's It's not home. I don't know. Alright, and... No! Oh, damn it. So... satisfying it. So that, in a nutshell, shows that you have to do a little bit more than just throw a single engine. Anyway, I don't know why the parachute didn't work. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I think it's temperamental. So actually, let's just go ahead and start new. So that's pretty much how the system works. I don't know if that was actually intriguing enough for you, but if not, let me go ahead and give you a 5-second tutorial on at least how to get into space. Alright, so this is just your average capsule. Nothing really special about it, nothing great, extravagant. Now, the tried and true method that I've been constantly using lately is, first thing I need is an SAS module. And like I told you, the SAS is actually just a system designed to kind of give you stability while you're flying around like an idiot. Or an astronaut, however you want to see your flight pattern as. Next thing, I'm going to attach these RCS modules. I don't know any of this terminology. I have yet to look up any wikis or anything else like that. So they're just that little geyser thingy that's on the side of spaceships. Man, I hope no one else watches this video because then I'm going to look like a total tool and idiot. Alright. Next thing is this fuel canister. This one's really, really important for you. It's the RCS fuel tank. For the longest time, I wasn't adding it because I was like, just add a whole bunch of rocket fuel. Those things never work. So that actually gives fuel to these, which is something I was ignoring for the longest possible time. Lastly, let's put some landing gears on this baby so we can actually get it back on the ground. Now, again, I'm new to this. I've only been playing it for an entire night straight, so a lot of the game's mechanics really escape me. And I'm still not giving up on this parachute idea. Oh, and as you can see, you can literally just strap anything onto any possible surface. It's amazingly... God, this is just such an awesome little... I can't think what it's called. Sandbox game? Alright, so, you've seen what space... You know, what takeoff looks like. Now, let's go ahead and show you a few cool things. This part I just added here is the separation module. Meaning that when I push spacebar, this top part will separate from whatever else I build down here. So with that, let's go ahead and add some crazy stuff to it. Like this, the tricoupler. I think that's pretty self-explanatory, but as you can see, I'm adding the ability to add 3 more objects to it. My squeaky chair, I've been trying not to move for so long. Okay, so let's add some fuel here. Alright, what I've always wanted to do in this game is kind of just build an Apollo rocket. I don't want some intricate super ship, and I've been building a lot of these intricate, quote-unquote, super ships. I just want something pretty straightforward. It launches, and just kind of, I don't know, something really simple. So let's see if I can't get something simple with you watching this and listening to me. It'd help if I put engines. Okay, and let's put some engines on this bad boy. Alright, so I'm excited to show you that this ship is probably going to fail. Now, so what you're looking at is here. Let's look on the right-hand side. So this is your stages. Stage 0 is the actual capsule. As you can see, it has all the elements of the actual capsule. Stage 1 is the break away from the extra rockets. Stage 2 here is the second stage rocket, which has 2 fuel tanks per engine. And then the very first stage I'll ever actually go into, which is stage 4, because that's backwards, is 3 fuel tanks on 3 rockets. Now, weight, I guess would be the terminology. Weight is something that really applies onto your ship, and with it you can't actually... Okay. If you weigh too much, you won't have enough rockets to actually get you off the ground. What I'm adding now is just some little couplings. What happens when you start flying off into space is you're going to notice that literally the whole thing kind of... I shouldn't add these and just kind of show you. Anyway, shit starts separating, and I'm trying to keep shit together. That is layman's terminology. Alright, now let's add some big old wings. God, I love wings. let's add these stupid, like, you gotta, these things are great. Look at that. That's a spaceship. Alright, so first, you can definitely, totally try this game out for free. Go to KSP on Google, and it's going to come up with the Kerbal Space Program, or you can type in that whole directory. And they actually have a demo. It's about 100 megs. You'll notice that you don't have half of what I have for options, but you'll definitely have enough to get you into space. Alright, here we go. This is try number 2. Got a lot more rocket fuel. Got a lot more stability. Okay, so let's go through a few of the options. I'm going to hit T first, and what T turns on after I kind of load for a second is going to be the SRS right here. And you're going to notice that the wings start twigging out, but I didn't really put twig out wings. Mainly the system is automatically trying to self-adjust. The next thing I'm going to start doing is giving them a full throttle before I hit spacebar. Full throttle gives these engines full capacity of burn. So let's go ahead and take off. And spacebar launches. I actually am shocked I got off the ground. So let's go through a few things while this thing is rocketing into orbit. Alright, so here is everything. This kind of shows me which atmosphere I'm at, my altitude. I don't think you care. Let's just watch a rocket take off. I should name this something phallus, like rocket cock. Alright, so as you can see right here, this is the fuel for stage 4's system. I've already gone through 1 tank of fuel out of 3. I'm halfway through my 2nd tank. Now, unless this thing starts really accelerating, which it's not, I'm definitely not going to break the atmospheric limits on what I have alone. Which means is you're definitely going to see me start breaking the ship apart to try to get it up there in orbit. Some things I did that weren't structurally sound. I don't have wings on anything after this part separates. So if I don't start breaking the atmosphere, gravity's going to start having fun with me. Oh, by the way, let's see if this messes me up, but I just activated my landing gears. Look at that. Air resistance. I look more aerodynamic if you ask me. Okay, so I believe this is my last fuel tank, and you're going to see the cool stuff right here. And I didn't make my goal of breaking this. Well, let's see. Nope. Alright, so check this out. I meant it. That was cool as shit. Alright. So, unfortunately, I don't have the fuel to get me into orbit. Let me go ahead and show you a few more features just because I'm designing nothing but failed ships for you. Alright, so check this out. This is actually outer space. As you can see, here's some debris from previous shuttles I've launched. Here is a shuttle that's still in orbit. A ton of stuff that never made it off the ground is right here. And this poor guy is on a death course right back to Earth. To kind of create an orbit, what you would have to do, and unfortunately I'm going to have to load in a different ship, is you'd want to slowly correct your pitch, yaw? I don't know what you'd want to call it. So let's go ahead and see if I can't do that. I'm going to disable SAS, and you're going to see I'm actually slowly tilting the aircraft. Now this thing is going to handle like a dildo in the hallway. So let's go ahead and prep for using... There we go. And I activated SAS once I got my... Okay, so, oh, I actually made it out of the atmosphere. So this is not going to be successful because I'm just short of the correct amount of fuel. If I gave this thing one more fuel cell, I'd probably be able to create an orbit for you. So my apologies. I just kind of wanted to show you multi-staged aircrafts here, but yeah, I'm actually here in high orbit. And I'm still gaining altitude, so it's going to be a while before I completely fall off. Look at that. And this spacewalk thing, I can't get enough of it. It's by far my favorite element. I wish it was multiplayer. Oh, this game is not multiplayer. Man, if they gave an element where two people could launch rockets at the same time, meet up in space, I just don't think I'd ever leave my house because I'd be sitting here playing this game all the time. Not that, I'd do anything else with my life. Get back in there. Come on, dude. No, don't get lost in space. No! Okay, so, F. Oh, shit. Okay, so if you can't tell, this is not fun. Actually, this is the best part. But this is pretty stressful because I have fuel to my little RCS thrusters. And no, come on, get onto your ship, come on, dude. I didn't know there was an autosave feature, but it just turned on. Come on. No, shit. I'm not the best person at being able to maneuver a human being or a Kerbal. Come on. Okay, so I have to physically touch that part in order to grab onto anything. I should build ladders all around this thing. F. I pushed F. I'm not grabbed on F. Okay. Man, if I was this Kerbal, I would have just shit my pants. My apologies to anyone who I don't know who somehow found this video and is watching this and is just blown away by my foul language. So, I am sorry I can't stop fucking cursing so much. And there you go. If you were offended, now you're gone, and I feel bad. I love you. Alright, so, that's it. Now, unfortunately, I am running the program Fraps to record this. And what I want to do is show you a successful space launch and everything else. So, I'm going to load one of my ships. Now, when running Fraps, this is going to be laggy. So let's go ahead and load. The Delta. Yeah, you like my terrible names for ships. This is the Delta, which is by far one of my favorite designs. As you can see, the Delta is extreme across the board. It has a lot of thrust. It has a lot of power. It has several different stages. It's just simply... It's just great. This is one of my very first ships. It's very, very successful. I really want to learn how to land on the moon so I can actually put this thing up there and check it out. So let's go ahead and show you. Oh, one thing I didn't add on any of these ships. Sorry to backtrack. These are ram air intakes, which is something you don't get on the demo. So if you're someone who I think you are and you're still kind of debating on getting the game, these ram air intakes, I don't know if they do anything, but man, they make it look cool, and I'm 100% sure they make the engines a lot more powerful. If I'm installing them correctly, totally different aspect. I also have these little mini sub thrusters, which really help it take off. A few more things I should show you if you haven't ever seen the game and you're one of my other friends. You see this thing? These things actually detach the sides. This ladder thing, I'm really hoping for whenever I launch out of the ship, I can actually grab onto something. I've actually failed to put it on a ship and actually test it out. And this is the giant freaking parachute that I can't get to deploy. I've never seen the bigger parachute. I'm wondering if it's the one for the shuttle when it lands and it fires off backwards if they actually touch down, which would be simply embarrassing, but I don't know that, so I don't know. Alright, so let's launch this big boy into space. That's Delta, little d, capital E-L-T-A, Delta. It's the Delta Airlines spaceship. It's doing something. Okay. Now, it's going to take a good few seconds to actually, let me do anything. So let me go ahead and introduce you to Bob Kerman. Hi, Bob. Say hi to the audience. Bill Kerman, not related, just a coincidence. And Bob Vin Kerman. Bob Vin is also wearing a non-orange jumpsuit. And you can actually see my little... These guys have the most correct expressions I've ever seen. These are my little astronauts. They're currently inside the capsule. And if you can't tell, this is some super lag. Now, if you're noticing my debris, I got all kinds of crazy stuff going on here. That's actually a failed launch that had a successful landing. It got about to the top of this takeoff tower, and it blew up on me. So that was a bit embarrassing. Over there, if you notice, there's quite a bit of wreckage. This is the space plane or shuttle system. I have yet to successfully get one off the runway. I guess I should show you some sort of video, but it's just so embarrassing how stupid I am that I just want to ignore that. Here's another failed shuttle launch that the pilot got out of, walked, any wreck you can fly. Wait, any plane? Anyway, okay, I'm going to just stop talking. Alright, very, very laggy. Don't worry, this will clean itself up once I start getting into space. I just activated the SAS. I'm now slowly trying to add up in the throttle. And let's go ahead and watch laggy takeoff. Man, Fraps is just eating up my...
watching over me. Oh, why can't you see? Got a guardian watching over me. How can I explain the fear? No longer anyone calls my name. I don't know where to go, I don't know what to see. Everyone surrounds me, I don't know who to be. Down, 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 down. My life is going round, 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 round. Oh, why can't you see? Got a guardian watching over me. Oh, why can't you see? Got a guardian watching over me. Watching over me.
Yeah, we should be having an engine. There we go. Let's go ahead and get my computer to respond again. This 1 frames per second is literally amazing. There we go. We're at 2 frames per second. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Alright. So, big kudos to the original rocket design there. Let's go ahead and get camera control back. Okay, so what I want to do now, I've disabled the SAS and I'm starting to do a roll for 90 degrees. Once I get exactly to the horizon, I'm going to re-enable SAS to give me stability control. Go ahead, give it a little turn. Oh, wrong type of side. Okay, And SAS. Oh, that is a thing of beauty that did so perfectly. Thank you for letting me record not being a fail pilot. Okay, so the game's gonna, as further I get away from those other thrusters, the game's gonna start looking a lot better for me. Alright, so why did I just angle myself like a retard? There we go. Wow, that was so much lag. Alright, so what I'm doing now is I'm creating an orbit. This line represents the path that I am actually going to be flying in. Oh, space debris. That was a good launch. So my main goal is I kind of want to just put a lot of junk in space so that eventually when I'm flying I'll just run across something on takeoff. I don't know. To me that just seems like a lot of fun, is to just be able to exit your spaceship and check out all your space debris. So this is the second stage of fuel, stage 4. This is the creating of the orbit. I would love to be good enough to actually create an orbit and fly all the way to the moon. I'm pretty sure this ship would be able to do so. It comes down to me just not knowing what I'm doing or how to do it. Uh-oh. It's out of fuel too early. Alright, so I'm going to decrease throttle because this is my last booster. I like how I look like a little satellite. Alright, I think I have an orbit almost. I do have an orbit, but from previous lessons I've learned that just because I have an orbit it doesn't mean anything. Because I actually have the gravitational pull to work with. And I think this orbit is good enough so I don't have to worry about that anymore. So let's go ahead and kill the engine. Alright. Let's speed up some time here. Wow, Fraps, you were just not liking the idea that I play video games and use you at the same time. Alright, so as you can see I've sped up time. The graphics look amazing actually. This is actually just really, really cool for me. I'm too much of a nerd. But just watching this debris fly around on its own orbit, and it's really great when you actually shoot off into space. Fortunately, I've lost a lot of Kerbals just trying to launch in a straight line, and shot them off to their fates of, past all orbits. But this is just that coolness to me that, I don't know, I love this. Love the lighting they did. Yeah, these guys who made this game, awesome. Again, I can't recommend this game enough. Alright, so time warp is controlled again. Yeah, let's check out what my orbit looks like now. I still have enough fuel to do any adjustments, but I honestly don't need to. I have a second orbit around the planet. This crash course is just taking forever. That poor guy. I wonder if they're still there. Like, if this delta meets up with this delta, like, are there still astronauts on the other one? Anyway, again, you gotta check this game out. This game definitely does everything right. Oh, and let's go ahead and switch my pitch up here. And re-enable that. Turn off my little RCS. Yeah, wasn't that cool? Okay, enough of that. Turn the autocorrector off. Alright, and this is the Kerbal Space Program. I can't recommend it enough. Really, really awesome buy. You know who you are. Get this fucking game. You don't like my cursing, you can leave a comment. I won't listen to it. I'm very illiterate and I can't read. Someone was supposed to teach me how to do that, but they never did. Anywho, I'm mumbling, kind of procrastinating ending this. I really want to know how to get to this moon. I really want them to build a multiplayer mission where multiple people can take off on a single ship and you can separate and you have to reconnect. I mean, this game has so much possibilities. And I've heard rumors that they're going to do solar systems. This is just so cool. Anywho, thanks for watching, guys. I'm not going to give credit to the song you heard for 2 milliseconds. If you're curious, that was Cinema by, I can't pronounce the band's name, but the Basmi Brothers were? I don't know. Good song. Really good song. Here's 2 more seconds of it. Wait. That was not what I said it was. That is Guardian by Trust Dub. It was dubstep. Need you know more? Go look it up. I might add a link. No, I really won't. It's 2 seconds of a song. Really, just go experience better music if you liked a song for 2 seconds of it. All right.